Hello everybody, Will here, and this is your official invitation or registration or information video regarding the Pick'em pool on CBS Sports that I have emailed an invite to you to sign up for and hopefully play in. It's absolutely free. The only thing that you have to do is create an account for CBS Sports so that it can obviously track who you are when you're making picks. And that account capture stuff I will go over in kind of the second half of this video of kind of the actual how-tos, keystrokes, and stuff like that. But my whole goal for this is to find a way to make football kind of fun and enjoyable. It seems like the sport's been under attack for quite a while now, and just want to find a way to make everybody kind of have fun with it again. So for those who are completely in the dark as to how this works, it is not a fantasy football thing. I'm not a fantasy football person. This is picking every single game of the NFL season from Thursday night's opener with the Falcons and Eagles all the way through the Super Bowl. And the way it works is each week you pick games and rank them based on your confidence from 16 down to 1, or whatever that minimum number is based on the number of games played that week, and you get points for every game that you pick correctly. You total up the points. At the end of the week you have a winner, and at the end of the season you have a winner. So normally there are pools where you pay and you get weekly payouts and then end of season payouts. I've been a part of those in the past. That's not what I'm aiming to do here. This is just for fun. The most competitive thing that we should have should be bragging rights here. So I hope you join. I'd like to have as many people as possible. I'd love to have a lot of husband-wife combinations going at each other. I think that would be great. So guys, if I missed your wives or your girlfriends and you want them to join, please do. Ladies, vice versa. I know some of Carla's friends were on there on the initial email that maybe I didn't have your husband's email addresses. Go ahead and forward it to them too. People in your family, go ahead. As big as we can grow it, as fun as we can grow it, the better. Although it is kind of a little bit of an intimate group. I think I've invited a total of 25 people right now, between my family, our family, and our friends. So hopefully we have a lot of fun, and I hope you'll join. One note I want to make is that, actually two notes. The first is I mentioned you have to create a CBS Sports account. There are some things that you will have like an automatic check to opt into. I wouldn't recommend those because they don't really have any relevance to the pool. They're all like salesy type things, or news tips and stuff like that. They're not needed. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is picks lock 5 minutes before the day's first game, whether that's a Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday kickoff. Whatever the first game of the day is, they will lock 5 minutes before. So Thursday's game, I'd say 8 o'clock. I don't know what time in the 8 o'clock Eastern hour the game actually starts, but say at 8 o'clock, the pick will cut off for that particular game. Then Sunday, come 12:55 Eastern, the entire day, the 1 o'clock kickoffs, 4 o'clock kickoffs, and 8 o'clock kickoff, they all lock Sunday at 12:55. Then you've got some flexibility again on Monday. So keep that in mind, not only for this week, but weeks moving forward. We'll get used to it. Part of the reason why I didn't make it a paid poll is so that people kind of get used to the dynamics, and then maybe next year or something like that, if it's something where people actually do want to get competitive, then we can add that aspect to it. But this is just for fun, maybe a little bragging rights between husbands and wives, or brothers and sisters, stuff like that. So please join. If you have any questions, let me know. Email address is probably the best way to get me, willbrogan@gmail.com. And of course, all of you probably, if not 95% of you, have my cell phone number too. You can text me. Don't bother Carla though, she works too much. Thanks guys. Alright, so here's the second half of the video for introducing guests to the Pick'em pool. I'm in my work account, Commercial Truck Training. Thank you, Coach Ken Taylor. In Gmail specifically, that invitation shows up in the Promotions tab under CBS Sports. Right here, Will Brogan invited you to a football pool. Click there, and then you just follow the link. And when it comes up, you actually have to create an account first. I don't like this step. So you click Join Group, and then don't have an account, sign up. Now here's the weird thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to name it. And we're going to name this example account. And going to make sure it's 18, but beyond that, I'll just do my birthday. Make it easy. Alright, now, I would recommend unclicking these so that you don't get overly annoyed. Then click Let Register. Now, here's the goofy thing. You actually have to go back to, I don't want to say this, there's nothing here that says you have to go, you can log in. Very strange. So you actually have to go back to the email, click it again, and then take the credentials you just created, join the group, and now you can see I'm logged in. It's going to get weird seeing an example account as we go through these. In order to make the picks, very simple. You go up to Picks and you click Make Picks. Then it pulls up and you'll see this across everywhere. If you're on a desktop, you get this annoying screen that sometimes when you click it, it doesn't even go away. You can do odds, stats, all this stuff. I would leave that off. I think it would just get overwhelming for a lot of people. You've got a couple options here. Number one, you can click everybody home, you can click everybody away, or you can just leave it. Problem is it doesn't clear, so I'm going to go with home because homes are worth 3 points in Vegas for whatever that's worth. A couple ways to change the numbers. You can obviously go over here and choose whichever one you want, or you can move it on a slider. Both are pretty effective. You'll see it automatically ranks. That might be an easy way. You can also click it all the way up to the top, just like that. It works the same way with the phone too. You can click and drag with your finger and do the weights and select and whatnot. So you pick your team, and just for the sake of it, I'm going to go opposites for every other game. Okay, and there. And then pretty much going to leave these, but like I said, you can change like that, or you can slide. And when you do pull something like I showed that 5, it takes it out. So you can mess around with it. You can obviously look at the analysis. Obviously when the games are played, that's fairly important given the fact that deadlines come into play. And then the tiebreaker for the week is the total points of the Monday Night Football game. Week 1 has 2 Monday Night Football games, so you can see that it chooses the last one, which is the Rams and the Raiders. You choose the total points for that game. And we're just going to say, in this case, since it doesn't matter, we're going to say 11. If that's the case, that would be the most boring game in the world. And then you save it. And you can go ahead and close. And then you come over here to View All Picks. And this is the fun part. This is where you can see who has made picks. And as I film this, thank you, Chad. Thank you, Corey. Corey's new. Chad was already on here. And then, of course, I did mine already. You can see who's done them, who hasn't done them yet, etc. Once the game unlocks, you'll see it here. It will keep a live update. If you're getting it right, it will be green. If you're getting it wrong, it will be red. And this scoreboard will actually fluctuate based on how the games are. So you can see in real time whether or not you're winning, whether or not you're losing, where you are in the actual standings, whether or not you've done a good job that week, all the way through. And then at the end of the Sunday night game, which in this case is here, normally it's the second to the last one, you can actually make a determination on the Monday night game as to whether or not you need to switch it, or if you want to switch it, to try for getting a higher standing that week or a higher standing overall. So again, any questions, let me know. But that's how it's done as far as the keystrokes go. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope you join us.